Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome to another episode of America's Next Top Model Cycle 20 Guys, Girls 2.0 recap. And sorry I'm late, but we had nasty weather and it was just cloudy and I couldn't get the light. And my video was just too dark. The show starts with some drama. I don't know what's going on with Mike, and there's he comes in the room and tells everybody that they're gonna have phone calls, and I don't know what happens that Chris says something, and then Mike is like, shut the fuck up, and then I'm like, okay, you don't know these people very well, you don't know how they're gonna react, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't mean nothing to you if you say shut the fuck up. Just don't say it because you don't know how the other person is gonna react. And Chris H reacted really badly because he is just traumatized from his childhood and his mother being so mean to him. So he goes and confronts Mike, and Mike is just over it because he's the oldest guy in the house, and he's like whatever. So Chris now he feels so misunderstood by everybody just since they got there. So he basically wants to tell everybody his story and why he is the way he is, and people are understanding why he's like that. But while he's talking, I'm not even actually listening to him. My eyes go straight to Alex, and her makeover did her so good. She looks way better. So for this week's challenge, they're gonna have a runway show, and they have to impress the editor-in-chief of Nylon or some. Well, I don't know who was it, but it was somebody really important from Nylon magazine, and the winner gets a cover in nylon, so they have to impress, and it's like a kind of turntable runway. There's the runway, there's the turntable, and it's going round, and then you have to step on it, you have to pose, and then you have to get off, and then there's another turntable, and you have to pose again. I mean, it's just not a normal runway because I've never seen well, just I'm really not America's Next Top that does crazy runways. But Nina is actually really she's worried because she hurt her ankle in casting week, and she says she doesn't wanna die. So she's like, if I don't do the challenge, I'm gonna get a bad score and I'm gonna go home. If I do poorly in the challenge, it's gonna be the same. So I'm just gonna do the challenge, and then yeah. So Johnny Wujek is doing the styling for this runway, and actually they get a medic for Nina and they wrap her ankle up so she feels better about herself. So it's her turn to go, and she actually does pretty okay. She was really scared, but I mean she did okay for having a hurt ankle. I mean she has high heels, and then that thing is turning and it's just a huge mess, and something could go wrong and she could break her ankle real bad. So the people that did good were Jordan and Renee, and I think they're not getting along that great, and I'm really surprised because I thought they were getting along really good in the first week. But I have to say a side comment about about Jordan's makeover. Her hair is looking too yellow for me. It's not looking blonde. There's some parts that are looking nice blonde, but the other parts are looking more like yellow. I'm not no expert, but I'm not liking it. So Phil and Chris actually do pretty great, and it's Jordan and Renee and Phil and Chris that actually do good, but there's only one winner, and Nina Nina and Chris are actually since the first week have a little something going on, and they're a little touchy feely, and they're a little bit flirting. So you let's see what happens from there. But at the end, the winner was Jordan, and she actually gets to keep her outfit. Plus, I want to say that when Kanani was walking, I mean, she was looking so freaking great. I mean, her hair it just makes her pop out of the group, and so amazing. Like little hair for Kanani, it just works so great. So this week's photo shoot is a trailer park chic shoot, and this is becoming really popular. The first time I think I saw it was in Beyonce's party video, a really nice song, and I really enjoyed the video. And it's kind of ghetto but chic and trailer and chic, and I've seen a lot of a lot of theme pictures like that and styling like that, and I actually enjoy it. And I don't remember seeing or watching or voting for this picture. Maybe I missed that day's voting, so I didn't get to vote for this picture, and I'm glad I didn't vote because it was kind of a surprise that I didn't see the pictures. So they're pairing up again, and now they get to choose who they paired up with. And since Mike got the best picture, Mike wants Alex, Gianna Marvin, Jordan Chris, Nina Phil, Corey Renee, Jeremy, and Kanani and Dawn, because they actually had their three pair. And Jordan chooses Chris because she feels she has a close story with him and she wants to know more about him. And you better watch out, Nina. She wants to take your man. I'm sorry. So actually, Kanani, to me, in the set, she was freaking working it. The styling was pretty okay. And another side note, this was right like up Phil's alley. I mean, this was his shoot to kill. Like the styling for this, the sets for this were so cool, and it fits so well with Phil and his looks and kind of his personality. I'm not saying he's trash or nothing or his trailer park, but I mean, he's outrageous, and I think he could have done way better. But I'll get to that later. Kanani, for me, just worked it. I mean, her poses, her styling, and her hair, she was on point for me. Mike, like always, he's a big blah, and I don't really give a shit about him, and I'm over it, and I'm over him. Marvin, actually, he is kind of being portrayed as a creep. Like every week, he's like into the girls, but in a creepier way each week. I mean, at first I thought it was kind of funny, but then it's just like too creepy and like stalkerish, and like, just dude, like, you're there to model, not to find. This is not the Bachelorette. This is not the Bachelor. This is a modeling show, okay? So Nina and Phil did actually. They, for me, they were best pair. They worked well together. Nina was looking great. Phil was looking great. But I think Phil could have done way more because this is right his alley. Marvin, he did pretty good. So the shoot was shot by Cobra Snake, and he actually looks so cool. I like his style. So we get to the judging, and the judging is pretty okay, I guess. And they loved Nina and Phil, but they wanted more from Phil. I liked what they said about Marvin about the same face, because he cannot win because he's doing the same face. His body in that picture, the body of work in that picture, for me, it was so freaking great. But we had the same picture, well, the same face as the week before. So yeah, and the week before, and the week after, I mean, Renee, she got a bad critique because she was paired up with Corey, and Corey actually, like Tara said, did straight pretty great, and he actually, that, for me, Corey did a outshine Renee in this picture. Renee just looks like an extra, just like she's there, and Corey actually seems like if this was like an album cover, I can see who's the artist and I know who's the model. Mike, he got a blah. Renee got a bad critique, like I said. Gianna, she worked it, but she had no neck. That's what the judges told them. So Nina and Phil as a whole, the judges thought they did amazing job, of course, and I thought so too. So go Nina and Phil. So the best picture for this week was Jordan, and Jordan to me was an okay picture. I mean, there's nothing too exciting, and I think it's more because of not judges but of the social media. And then in the bottom two we had Mike and Jeremy. And Mike and Jeremy, to me, Jeremy has way more potential, and he was in the bottom because in the picture he was squinting, and he, like he said, he actually has little eyes, so he had those reflectors, and then there was the sun, and just too many stuff that his eyes were like squinting. And so at the end, Mike goes home. I mean, finally, I was over him. Like, he needed to go home. Hoping he doesn't come back, and I think he's not gonna come back. I hope he's not gonna come back. But the critiques for the judges were just bad for him. And Rob said maybe the picture from last week, it was just a lucky shot, and I really think it was a lucky shot because we all saw that he was struggling through his shoot with Alessandra. So I'm really glad Mike went to the other competition so he can come back. And I'm glad I'm not gonna see his face because I wasn't into his face. I was really open minded about him being in the competition, but just from a point on, it was just like I'm bored of him. I don't like his features. I'm not into his look. I don't want to see him no more. I mean, I don't think he has potential, and I'm just over it. And I'm glad he's gone. And let's see who is going home next week. So thank you for watching. I'm late again. I'm sorry. And comment, like, share, whatever you want to do. If you think it's a little mixed up, I understand because I really wanted to do this really quick and I just wanted to upload it. So thank you for watching again, and see you later. See you next week. Take care. Have a good day, good week, good month, whatever. See ya. Bye.